we've got the 2024 Forbes Billionaire list has been updated, and shock, horror, the rich are richer than ever. So let's go look it through. I know, it's
Surely
amazing,
not.
right? Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. No way.
There you go.
But there are now more billionaires in the world than ever before. 2,781 on Forbes list, 144 more than last year, and 26 more than the previous record in 2021. 2024, or at least at this point in time, the world has the most billionaires that it's ever had.
Wow. Did you make the list, Hamish, or not quite yet?
Not quite. Yeah, not quite. Yeah.
Nah, next year.
I was 2,782. So yeah, I just missed out by one.
Damn it. That's all right.
Yep.
Next year. I feel a good year coming for you, Hamish.
Yeah. Hopefully get some continued rate cuts, and we'll see. So in aggregate, the 2,781 billionaires are worth $14.2 trillion, which was an increase of $2 trillion in net worth from last year, and is also, of course, an all-time high. So $14.2 trillion. Wow.
That's a fair chunk of change, Hamish Hodder. That is a fair chunk of change.
Yeah, it sure is. 2/3 of the members are worth more than they were 12 months ago. So most of them continue to grow their wealth. Only 1 in 4, only 25% are poorer than they were last year.
Right.
Of the $2 trillion gained in wealth, $700 billion of it came from the top 20. So, of course, not only is an enormous amount of wealth concentrated in this list of billionaires, but even within the billionaire list, if you can go even more concentrated and just look at the very tippity top billionaires, was that just over 1/3 of the wealth gained was from those top 20 individuals.
Crazy numbers. Crazy numbers.
The US still has the most billionaires in the world. They had a record 813, worth a combined value of $5.7 trillion. China came in at second place, 473 billionaires, worth $1.7 trillion. And India is now in third place with 200 billionaires on the list. So, there you go. China and India, it shouldn't be too surprising, I think, to see them continuing to, gain billionaires at an enormous rate, because they have very fast growing economies and they have a lot of people. So, you would imagine over
That
time
makes sense.
the US will probably drop down the list to China and India, assuming their economies continue to grow as they have at an astounding rate over the last few decades. And the top of the list has really not changed all that much. You've got Bernard Arnault, CEO of Louis Vuitton, the Louis Vuitton empire of 75 fashion and cosmetic brands. He's still at number 1, worth $233 billion. Elon Musk is in number 2 at $195 billion. And he was actually one of the billionaires who had a decline in his net worth over the last 12 months. So I can't remember the last time that he was number 1 on the list, but it must have been sometime last year.
Would have been last year sometime, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe the year before. Yeah.
Third place, you have Jeff Bezos at $194 billion. And the only other thing I wanted to note looking through the list was that Taylor Swift is now a billionaire worth $1.1 billion. So there you go.
Get around. That's awesome.
Her Eras tour has paid off. She's now on the list.
Yeah, who would have thought? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not many. Yeah, because I remember looking back a while ago at singer-songwriter artists, and they make a lot of money, obviously. They sell out shows. They're super famous. But they don't actually make... it's a lot of... Millions and millions of dollars is a lot of money still. But in terms of some of the business people of the world, it's peanuts.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to learn that, even some of the biggest artists in the world don't have that high of a net worth.
No.
It's interesting that you can be super mega famous. Same with NBA stars. You can be like super mega famous, but... in terms of net worth, you'll be beaten by the business people of the world every day of the week. So it's interesting to see,
Yeah.
and good on her. Good on her, Taylor Swift. She's copped a lot of flack, but I like to see it. She's doing well.
Yeah, there's a surprising lack of money in like royalties for music, for example. The people who really make a lot of money in music are the people who are able to do persistent tours and on a massive scale. You know, doing a Taylor Swift who's selling out the MCG and doing these enormous shows with 80,000 people, 90,000 people, and doing these long tours across many countries. Then they can make some money. But yeah, it's there's not too many musicians on the Billionaires list. I think Jay-Z's on there, and there was a couple of others, but I can't remember the names. But there's not many.
Yeah, cool. All right, that's very interesting. Lots of differences in the Forbes billionaire list this year. Richie's are getting richer than ever before. Who would have thought?